and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Tuesday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this May 27th. We are just about 30 seconds away from 5 o'clock this morning, and it's also time to check on in with meteorologist Megan Dusmal. Megan, some rain this morning, and I am glad, I have to say, got a phone call from Miss Megan at 3 a.m. telling me to bring the rain jacket. And I was prepared.
Yes, you sure did. I gotta let Amelia know what she needs to wear when she heads out the door, just as I'm letting you guys know too. It's gonna be a rainy day. Raincoats are definitely needed, umbrellas, whatever you can do to keep yourself dry. Here's a look at that satellite and radar. You can see just where the rain is this morning. Pretty much everywhere in the WYMT viewing area is seeing that rain right now. Maybe a little bit of a clearing just south of Pikeville, and as you're traveling into portions of our southern counties and our Tennessee counties. Now, we'll continue to see some dense fog this morning, kind of where that rain, the heaviest rain is right now, so please be aware as you are driving on the roads today. Current temperatures are sitting in the upper 50s and 60s, a little bit of a warmer start as compared to yesterday, but our temperatures are a little bit cooler than yesterday as we're mainly sitting in the upper 60s, some low 70s as we're popping into our southwestern counties, and we'll see those rain chances all day long, seeing some pretty high accumulation of rainfall. So be aware of that again as you're heading off on the road. Storm chances are in the forecast, especially as you're heading into the afternoon. Amelia.
Thanks, Megan. Well, some folks spent Memorial Day gathered with family and friends. Residents at the East Kentucky Veterans Center here in Hazard honored fallen soldiers and the brothers and sisters they once stood beside. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino has the story.
Flags raised and taps played to remember those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. For some at the Eastern Kentucky Veterans Center, Memorial Day is more than just a holiday. It is personal.
And working here and doing the memorial, you recognize that some of them lost brothers and cousins and family members too. Some of these moms were sending 3 and 4 boys over at a time, and they made it back and maybe their brother didn't. So it's a big deal.
Veterans and staff honored all fallen soldiers through a symbolic ceremony, remembering those who did not make it home.
When you're walking over the dead bodies, as you're charging up a hill, can't comprehend the strength to do that. I have a brother-in-law that was killed at Iwo Jima. And we just have this plaque in our cemetery. His body was never recovered.
Reliving memories of what true bravery and heroism looks like.
Remember why it's here, what it's for. I honor these soldiers.
And thanking them for their sacrifice.
And they done it without asking for a thank you, but gosh, we sure owe them a whole lot more than we've given them.
Remembering freedom isn't free. In Perry County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
Even as the veterans grow older, they say they'll never forget those who laid down their lives for our country. In Perry and Leslie counties, folks showed up at the War Memorial in downtown Hazard and the Kentucky Veterans Cemetery southeast in Leslie County. Navy Chaplain Josh Holland spoke at both of the ceremonies. He stressed the importance of always remembering the brave men and women who died in the name of freedom.
Of the men and women who have paid the ultimate price so we can enjoy freedom, that they gave the ultimate measure, the ultimate sacrifice so that we can enjoy what we enjoy in our country today.
Holland said yesterday was a time to pray for the families of those brave men and women who died in battle. Families got to see their loved ones honored during an event at the Kentucky National Guard Memorial in Frankfort yesterday. 22 new names were set in stone, each with ties to Kentucky. Those with the Kentucky National Guard Memorial spend all year researching those who haven't had their names put on the monument yet. One of them was Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Cole, who died at 38, nearly 1 decade ago, to line-of-duty related leukemia. He was a decorated veteran, ultimately commanding the 149th Battalion in Barberville.
Not just for those who have gone before us, but even for those who presently are going through that we can reach out and support them in any way possible.
Governor Andy Beshear spoke at yesterday's ceremony. To find out more about the names added, you can visit the Kentucky National Guard's Memorial's website. Folks in Clark County hosted a Memorial Day cookout raising money to complete a war memorial. The memorial honors 96 Clark County soldiers from World War II and the Korean War who were killed in action. The Clark County Veterans Council started raising money to complete it around 2 years ago. So far, they've collected $200,000. That's just $50,000 shy of their goal. President Donald Trump spoke at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. The president honored fallen service members, calling them great warriors. The president told a story about a man who was killed in 2019. Officer Shannon Kent, along with 3 other Americans, were killed by a suicide bomber in Syria. President Donald Trump thanked everyone who has given the ultimate sacrifice for our country and their families.
Every Gold Star family fights a battle long after the victory is won, and today we lift you up and we hold you high. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving America the brightest light in your lives. It's what you've done. We will never, ever forget our fallen heroes, and we will never forget our debt to you.
President Donald Trump was joined by Vice President J.D. Vance and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth for the occasion. Senator Mitch McConnell delivered remarks at Cave Hill Cemetery in Louisville in honor of fallen veterans on Memorial Day. McConnell advocated for an increase in military spending as the best way to avoid war and the loss of soldiers. During that ceremony, one of the veterans standing behind the speakers collapsed before being led to an ambulance. Camp Nelson National Cemetery in Nicholasville is the final resting place for more than 20,000 veterans. But part of the ceremony yesterday was also for those who served in the Vietnam War and have not been brought home. One woman says her dad went missing in action since 1970. Kathy Stringer Robinson says she also showed up for other military families and others still waiting for their loved ones.
I just tell them to keep holding their head up high, be proud of their family member.
Earlier this month, U.S. Congressman Andy Barr introduced a bill in Washington that would expand Camp Nelson by another nearly 140 acres. He says it'll help enhance the visitor experience and further highlight the history of Kentucky service members. It's 5